This, I hope, will be a better video of page 13 than the first one I made, which was, being an old teacher, it wasn't very good. I kind of did things backwards. So, try to do them frontwards this time. Page 13, the first song on it is kind of a solo. It's on top of Old Smoky or on top of Spaghetti. And it has some new things in it. Mostly, when you get to the second line, right at the beginning, you see the treble clef sign, and you see 2 bars, and you see 2 dots. Now, that's a repeat sign. We're going to come back to that. Okay? So you go on through the song, and you get down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th line, and you play there, and you play there, and right up above the last half of the 5th line, there's a bracket, and there's a number 1, and that's your first ending. So when you get done playing that line, you start over again. You're starting the song again, and there's a repeat sign that, to us, it's like an arrow. It points back to towards the beginning, and back on the second line, beginning of the second line, is where the other arrow is. So you're going to go back to that other repeat sign. So here's the first ending. And the next thing you're going to play is the first note of the second line, C. Then the next time you play through it, when you get to the first ending, you don't play it, you jump down to the second ending, which is the end of the song. What else is in there? On the second line, second measure, up above that group of notes, I have an F in parentheses because that is an F chord. And on the 4th line down, right in the middle, above that group of notes, you probably recognize it as a G7 chord, and I indicated that up above. So it's just a little reminder that that's what they are. So when you see that G7, you can, oh yeah, my fingers go there. You can put chords above this song. I think I'll go ahead and play it through, and then I'll go back and tell you what the chords were. So here's the way the song is, right, like it looks. Ready, set, go. On top, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. I made a mistake there. 2, 3. Get your G7 ready. Another mistake. 2, 3. First ending. Back to the second line. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. G. Now get ready to jump down to the second ending now. So I made a couple of mistakes in there. I'd like to say it's just to show you that I'm human, but we already know that, so I just plain made mistakes. I think that's it. Oh, now the chords, okay? The chords. If you're 2 people are playing, you want to play a duet. So the very first measure where it says intro is a C chord, and the next measure is a G7 chord, and then The next two measures in the first line are C chord. Then on the second line, the whole second line is an F chord. The whole third line is a C chord. The whole fourth line is a G7 chord. And then on the fifth line, it's C chord, F chord, C chord, and then you repeat back. And finally, in the second ending, it's all C chord. So I guess I'll play the chords. You can play the tune to the chords, and then when you know the chords, you can go back and play the chords to me playing the tune. And I'll probably try to do something like this. I'm plucking a bass note with my thumb and plucking up with my two fingers. You could also thumb and brush the notes. So here we go. I'm playing the chords. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. On top of old, that's an F chord and a twang. C chord. Fourth line, G7. Fifth line, C, then F, C. Repeat. C chords, third line. Fourth line, G7. Fifth line, C, F, second ending. So now we go down to another solo, and this one has two new notes. You'll meet all the sharps and flats on page 15, I think it is. But you have a couple of them here. Sharps. A sharp is a little thing that looks like a tic-tac-toe sign or what's called hashtag. I think its technical name is an ampersand. You could look that up. It's kind of an interesting little sign. But anyway, so down in the second line of RLE, and you'll see a note there, a C, and it has a sharp in front of it, and that means that you raise it up a half step, raise it up a fret. So C sharp is on the first fret of the C string, the third string. And then in the next line, you have an F sharp. So here's F, right? You go up to the second fret. And at the same time, whoa, you have on the first string a B flat. Okay, now sharps and flats on the piano are those black keys. So that's one nice thing about the piano. I mean, it's a hard instrument to play, but the notes are all out there so you can see them. So a flat is the opposite of a sharp. So here's A sharp, and here's B, and then you go backwards for the flat. So A sharp and B flat are the same note. And not to make it all too confusing, but we had C sharp. C sharp is the same as D flat. And F sharp is the same as G flat. So if you think about a piano, you know, it's all nice. You got white key, black key, white key. So maybe it makes it a little easier, I don't know. Not that the piano is easy, but just that visual thing. So here's RLE, all right? 1, 2, 3, go. Two, three, four. Because I repeated, right? Two, three, four. Slow down a little bit there at the end. So that's how Arlie goes. Arlie, the tune was recorded by Elvis Presley, if you've ever heard of him, and he called it Love Me Tender. So there's a Valentine song if you want to play it for Valentine's Day. All right, that's it. This has been a long one, but hopefully I covered all the bases and the trebles.